Hello everybody, this is Snarist, and welcome back to the finale of my Dead Space 2 Zealot difficulty walkthrough. This is chapter 15, and this is going to be very, very rough, definitely not the best sort of walkthrough you can make with this, because, well, it's my first time playing it in about 4 or 5 years, and there were a number of things I forgot about this. So when you first open up, there's going to be a black leaper, get your stasis ready for it, and then you're going to have the Ubermorph as soon as you're around the corner. Technically you can take out the guys pretty early on before the Ubermorph spawns in, or you can wait for it to come out of a vent. Either way, there's just too much to worry about for this to really be a problem, so just spam your health items if you can to get through it. And I do a big mistake here, and somehow I'm not dead. Make good use of your stasis, take care of the spitters and the necromorphs, move from side to side across the door. And then when you get down here, try to use the stasis canister to take care of that slasher. And there's going to be a box in the way, so just toss it aside with the kinesis. And as soon as you open this door, there's going to be a black, either spitter or a leaper. So you get rid of that. And once you do that, do another bit of stasis down on the ground in front of you, take care of the slasher, and just head through this door. Now, this will be a lot, I just turn around and use one more stasis bit. This will be a lot easier if I was taking it a bit more carefully in the very beginning. But I'm pretty sure that one black leaper followed me quite a distance across. But you're not done yet, you're not in the clear just yet. The Ubermorph will spawn back in here, so you just need to hurry through here. But try to stick more to the left or the right, unlike what I did. Because that way you won't get staggered when he falls down through the floor. Go in through here, come through here, look around, look for the little fuse to break. There's nothing else to do. Now in this last combat sequence, it's going to be very, very difficult. I've got a decent amount of health and I've got good stasis and lots of ammo. This kind of cucked me, only using the plasma cutter, because dealing with those little shadowy children bastards are what really fucks with me in the final boss battle against Nicole, because the force gun would make short work of them, and even the alternate fire on the contact beam, blasting them all apart and creating a stasis field would be amazing. But because I'm only using the plasma cutter, not only can I barely see, but I have to take them out one shot at a time. They're all ganging me, and I have to spam my health. So yeah, that's not super great, but you know, it's the best of what I got. You'll definitely struggle less with this than I will, and you can execute them if you want, or maybe not. So in this sequence here, in this first phase here, you just shoot Nicole over and over again until the marker appears as some form of heart, and then you need to shoot this. By the way, don't stay too close to the center, because if you do, Nicole will spawn in when that heart goes away and she'll grab you. Like there. If you're directly in the middle there, she'll grab you and kill you. So if you can, make good use of stasis. Aim around the outside. Just run around the outside and try to pick them off as you go. When you take care of the bulk of them, a few more will spawn in little by little, but you can usually deal with them pretty easily. And what you want to do is you want to keep moving, because keep in mind, the more that you look towards Nicole, the more you stand in place, or the more you move towards her on accident, the more likely she is to grab you and kill you, and it's instant. And by the way, when your health gets to red, if you get grabbed or killed, there I go, fucking up my tab again, because fucking mouse and keyboard. If you get down to red health and one of those shadow children hit you, then you're probably going to die. So same story here, just aim for the heart, keep spamming it. Don't stay near the center, because Nicole will spawn in. Technically, she spawns in closer every time you take a shot at the heart, and she'll be right in front of you. So if you're in a tight little spot, then she'll end up grabbing you, or you'll be stuck on something and she'll grab you, or the shadow children will push you into her by accident. Now what just happened there is I got desperate because I had no more med packs left, and I knew I was probably going to die. So I just started aiming for Nicole and just spamming plasma cutter shots at her. I don't know if the shadow children die after that, or if they get staggered a little bit. I'm pretty sure they die. I have to revisit that footage sometime. But ultimately, if you want to risk it and you've got plenty of health, you can just only aim for Nicole and only shoot her. But again, these shadow children are just like the regular necromorph children, not that bad, but together in a hazy environment, tough to see. That can be a real problem. So this here is a little tricky because it's intimidating and you can get put off by it. Yeah, I just died there. I just thought I'd include that just for a bit of funny, you know, bit of the lols. So you're pretty much safe everywhere up to a certain point. So you won't get killed for the most part, especially if you just stay around the center and spam your boosts or don't, whatever you want to do. But when you start getting past the first few debris items, you'll want to move a bit to the right and then a bit to the left and then a bit to the right again. So follow along with this instruction. Now you get around this corner here, to the right, in between them, and to the far right there. I believe you can go into the left as well. So once you get past the first bit of debris, you can just take it far right. And you just spam the key to get in, and Ellie will pull you in. And yeah, congratulations. You've beaten the game on Zealot difficulty. That's the end of it. Just as one cutscene plays out. Then the credits will roll, and you can skip the credits if you want, and you've already got it. For some reason on Steam the achievements are disabled, but if you're playing on Xbox 360 and PS3, you can get your trophies or achievements for beating on Zealot. And I think you're more than prepared to, take an afternoon, take some time, get prepared. Maybe you want to take on Hardcore next, because I'll have that be my next walkthrough that I start commentating. But I'm pretty tired right now, so I think I'm going to upload a little bit more God of War to the channel, and then I'll be off to bed probably. But this cutscene's hilarious, isn't it? He thinks about the end of Dead Space 1, it's like, oh, is it over? Oh no, please don't be there, please don't be there, please don't be there. And Nicole's gone. And he's happy. Yay, good ending. Very cute, very funny. I wouldn't even be mad if this is where Dead Space ended for good, because while we know that Dead Space is a pretty hopeless universe and the lore is very dark and everything's pretty much doomed, this is at least nice and kind, because in Dead Space 1 as well, it had that same background but it was all brown and disgusting, whereas this is like blue and relieving and nice. So there you go, you got your elite suit that you can find schematics for in New Game Plus. You've also unlocked hardcore mode, so you can now play that. And thank you for joining me. It's been a really special walkthrough since, it's not been the greatest as a revisiting of my first time playing it 4 or 5 years. And, I did much better on my hardcore walkthrough, and I did die a few times, but, this game means a lot to me. I got it at a pretty special time, and it's been with me ever since, and I just really love Dead Space 2. And it's a shame what happened with Visceral and with the franchise and how it all ended and how it's likely never going to continue. It makes me really sad. But anyway, it's enough from me. Thank you so much for being here, either now as it's been released or any time in the future. I'm starting to cover more games that were a little bit more mainstream, and it's at least nice from what I've seen of my God of War series and the support that got early on. Just now I'm starting to move away from a few niche games, getting some more mainstream games, and I still like to cover niche games, of course I do, but if I'm being realistic here, if I really want to make any sort of impact on my channel, I need to cover new games as they come out, especially ones I'm passionate about, and I definitely need to cover some older games that are still reasonably popular, or have hit some sort of resurgence. I've got all sorts on the list. Games like Vanquish, games like Metal Gear Rising, all games I've played many times over, loved them to death, haven't touched them for a while. I'll get around to them eventually. I think right now I just got to enjoy a bit of time to myself. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry about the extended epilogue of a conclusion to the series. I just really feel like I had to say it. In reality, this chapter isn't any longer than 5 minutes by recordings. But you guys take care now. Thank you.